We share information about a critical incident within 10 business days of its occurrence. Transparency and accountability are key to our ability to serve the Austin community, so we will provide an account of this critical incident to help you understand the chain of events. APD is working with the Office of Police Oversight and the Travis County District Attorney's Office to release these videos today. The investigation includes relevant audio and video from the ongoing investigation. The details presented today are preliminary, as we're very early in the investigation. The 4 APD officers that are involved in this incident are Officer Spencer Bradley, Officer John Zavala, Officer Dennis Kerlin, and Officer Lonnie Cannon. We will provide and spelling following this afternoon's release. At approximately 12:13 p.m., a male flagged down Austin Police Officer Spencer Bradley, who was driving in a black and white marked Austin Police Department vehicle. The male began yelling at Officer Bradley in Spanish while holding a knife. The male was standing near a vehicle that stopped on the grassy shoulder in the 800 block of East Koenig Lane eastbound service road. Officer Bradley requested additional backup to the scene and provided a description of the male. He described the male as a Hispanic wearing a dingy long-sleeve gray shirt and dark pants. Officer Bradley then drove past the male to reposition his police vehicle and circle back to the location. As this was occurring, 2 more officers arrived on scene, Officer John Zavala and Officer Lonnie Cannon. They parked their marked police vehicles, activated the emergency lights, and blocked the lanes of traffic on the eastbound service road. Officer Cannon used the loudspeaker located inside the police vehicle to make verbal contact. Officer Zavala exited his vehicle, stood in the door frame on the driver's side of the vehicle, and also made verbal contact. Officer Zavala is bilingual and began speaking with the male in Spanish. The male was later identified as Carlos Eli Chacon Castillo, a male 42 years of age. Officer Bradley, who was the first officer flagged down, parked his police vehicle on the eastbound service road behind those 2 officers, Zavala and Cannon. Officer Kerlin then arrived on scene and parked his police vehicle on a grassy shoulder near that initial officer's vehicle. All of the officers involved were wearing their standard Austin Police Department issued uniforms with protective vests and patches with the word police. Officer Zavala and Officer Cannon continue to speak with Mr. Chacon Castillo in an attempt to de-escalate this situation. Officer Zavala and Officer Cannon spoke in both English and in Spanish. For several moments, officers asked Mr. Chacon Castillo to drop the knife and attempted to gather more information from him to determine the reason for his agitated state. At 12:17 p.m., Officer Bradley communicated over the police radio that Mr. Chacon Castillo continued to hold a knife in his hand and he was refusing to drop it. At one point, Mr. Chacon Castillo pointed the knife at his own chest. At 12:18 p.m., Officer Kerlin said he was now yelling, "Just shoot me." Officer Bradley was equipped with a less lethal shotgun and prepared it in case it was needed. This type of impact munition may be used in an attempt to de-escalate a potentially deadly or violent situation. At approximately 12:20 p.m., Mr. Chacon Castillo, with a knife in his hand, began to move rapidly toward the officers. Officer Bradley announced impacting and discharged 1 less lethal round from the less lethal shotgun, striking the male, but it was ineffective. Mr. Chacon Castillo continued to charge toward the officers with a knife in his hand, and Officer Zavala discharged his department-issued firearm toward him. Mr. Chacon Castillo was struck and fell to the ground. After approximately 22 seconds, he rolled over and began to stand. Officer Bradley, who was holding the less lethal shotgun, discharged additional less lethal rounds, striking Mr. Chacon Castillo. He stood up and again charged toward the officers. Officer Kerlin then discharged his department-issued firearm, striking him, and Mr. Chacon Castillo fell to the ground a second time. Once the officers were able to ensure that Mr. Chacon Castillo no longer had the knife on his person and was no longer a threat, they began life-saving measures. This included CPR and the application of 2 tourniquets. Austin Travis County EMS arrived on the scene and continued with these life-saving measures. EMS transported Mr. Chacon Castillo to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased at 1:09 p.m. No other civilians or officers on scene sustained physical injuries. A knife was recovered on the scene next to where Mr. Chacon Castillo fell to the ground. This incident was captured on both body-worn and dash camera video. Body-worn and dash camera videos do not always capture everything that the officer or witnesses saw or experienced during this incident. However, the footage helps us understand what happened. In compliance with state law that prohibits the release of certain information and to maintain the integrity of the investigation, the video materials you're about to see have been redacted. These videos include comprehensive footage of the officer's actions. This material contains graphic content and language, and viewer discretion is advised. We will begin with body-worn camera video, followed by 2 dash camera videos. Due to the length of the audio and video, 2 additional dash camera videos and audio of police radio traffic will not be shown during this press conference. However, these materials will be released along with all materials shown. The audio and video footage will be available on the Austin Police Department's YouTube channel and other social media platforms. We will begin with the first body-worn camera, which is for Officer Spencer Bradley.
Hey, get on the ground! Hey, Maya, just back up, man. Go around. Hey, just drop the knife! Drop the knife! It's okay! Yeah, once we get everybody out here, drop the knife! Cuchillo down! Drop the knife! I'm gonna grab my whistle. Hey, he's running at people, so be careful. Stood up the knife, left hand on his shoulder. I'm coming after 1 second. Give me a second. Hey, what were you gonna say? Hey, DJ! You go. Go, quick.
Your incident has been updated.
Go, 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 go. Go. Drop it. Ambulance signal. No, no! They got it! Impacting! Impacting! No! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Put the arm up! Shots fired. One down. Stage EMS. Stay down, stay down. All right, roll over, roll over. Everyone stand the same line. Stand the same line. Roll over. Get up that piece of order. Get up that piece of. Stay down, stay down. Stay down. Okay, come on this side so we're not crossfire. This side. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Hey, do you see the knife on him still? No. Okay, okay. All right, I'm transitioning. Putting gloves on. All right, but we're gonna get your help. All right, approach. Hey, give me a second. Yeah, come here, go. Hey. Buddy, come on. Bring up your eye.
The next body-worn camera video that we will view is for Officer John Zavala. The next body-worn camera is for Officer Lonnie Cannon.
Suelta la arma. Suelta la arma. Drop an eye. Suelta la arma. You know what you're doing, gun? Oh, got it. Drop the knife. Señor, suelta la arma. He threw up the knife. Low can on the other side of the truck. Señor, suelta la arma. Drop the knife. Suelta la arma. Down traffic, the turnaround at airport in Philly. He's trying to tell him to shoot him. 43 is suspect yelling, to shoot him. Okay, do we have a pepper all gun too? Surrounding. York, back up. Back up. Nothing wrong with less lethal. We got less lethal. 204's got one. No! Let's wait though! Senor, no! Back up!
Impacting! Impacting! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Suelta la arma! Suelta la arma! Which turnaround you guys need blocked?
Hey, EMF.
212 shot taken, subject down. Alright, roll over! Everyone stay on the same line! Stay on the same line! Mira que el piso ahora! Quédate en el piso!
Stay down! Stay down!
Reloading!
Okay, come on this side so we're not...
Hey, come on this side! while second shot's taken. Hey, Tennessee, do you see the knife on him still? No. Okay, okay. I'm transitioning. Put gloves, put gloves on.
Block off traffic. We need all traffic blocked off at airport.
Hey, bro, let me
South
know.
County Lane.
All right, approach. Hey, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Do that, go, go, go. Cut.
The final body-worn camera video we'll show is for Officer Dennis Kerlin.
Y'all got a load of label. Yeah, we get the body out of here.
Drop the knife! Gio down!
Hey, Bradley. Oh, never mind. Can we get a unit? Stop traffic. Turn around at airport in 28. Two, 43, the suspect's yelling, to shoot me.
Yeah, we have a couple on gun too. Surrounding. Come on.
I am listening.
We're gonna need some support here to block off traffic. We need all traffic blocked off at airport and eastbound Coney Lane. Come on.
We'll help you out. I got guns. Relax.
The final two videos that we'll be showing today are dash camera videos. The first is from the vehicle of Officer John Zavala.
Your incident has been updated.
Amigo, háblame a mí, ¿qué pasó? Mira, necesito que tires la cuchilla del piso, por favor. Yo te puedo hablar y arreglamos, ¿qué es el problema? Pero pon la cuchilla en el piso y podemos hablar. No te puedo garantizar tu seguridad si no me haces caso.
Can we get a unit from Town Traffic, to turn around at airport?
Tírala en el piso. Y podemos hablar. Tira la cuchilla en el piso. No te queremos hacer daño, pero no te puedo garantizar tu seguridad si no tiras la cuchilla en el piso. Así no se hace, mi hermano. Yo te puedo ayudar. Dime lo que está pasando. ¿Qué es el problema? I'm talking to him. Amigo, no sigas para acá, porque te vamos a tirar con una... Mira, yo te puedo ayudar. ¿Cómo te llamas? Amigo. Mira. Pon la cuchilla en el piso. Ponla en el piso ahora. Ponla en el piso. We need somebody that's lethal. Get it out there. I'm going to have to shoot him. Do it now. Al piso ahora. Ponlo en el piso ahora. Ponle el cuchillo en el piso. southbound traffic. We need all traffic blocked off at airport and eastbound Coney Lane.
The final video that we'll see today is dash camera video from the police vehicle of Officer Lonnie Cannon.
Yeah, he's got something in his hand. I'll get tonight. So why is it back there, man? You want to look over? Yeah, once we get everybody out here. North Oklahoma. North Oklahoma. Drop the knives, North Oklahoma. We know what you have on. Okay. Drop the knife. Senor, correct Oklahoma. He's correct tonight. One can on the other truck. Senor, correct Oklahoma. Drop the knife. Correct Oklahoma. Unit, down traffic, the turnaround at airport and Kerlin.
He's trying to come to shooting.
There's 43 of suspects yelling, shooting.
Yeah, we have a pepper all gun too. Surrounded.
Yo, back up. Back up.
After all, we're less lethal. So we got less lethal. Two more got one. Cover check for that. Two, three.
No! Let's go! No! Back up! Impacting! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Sword the armor! Sword the armor!
has each block.
Shot fired, one down. Great, you left. Shoot down, put it down.
Everyone stand the pin line! Stand the pin line! Get up there, people! Get up there, people! Stay down! Stay down! Hey, come on this side, come on this side! Let me see your hands! Come on, shot there, shot there. Party your man. Head moving, you see the knife on still? No. Okay. Alright, I'm transitioning.
We're going to need close over here with outbound traffic. We need all traffic blocked off at airport. County Plains.
Alright, approach. Give me a second.
Per APD protocol, the two officers who fired their APD-issued firearms, Officers John Zavala and Dennis Kerlin, as well as the officer who discharged the APD-issued less lethal shotgun, Officer Spencer Bradley, have been placed on administrative leave. Officer Cannon did not discharge any weapons during this incident, and he remains on active duty status. The two officers discharging their firearms during this critical incident are Officer Zavala, who has 28 years of service, and Officer Kerlin, with 9 years of service with the department. Officer Bradley, who deployed the less lethal shotgun, has 12 years of service with the department. All officers involved wore a body-worn camera, and you just viewed a portion of that video from their cameras today. APD is conducting 2 concurrent investigations into this incident. A criminal investigation will be conducted by APD's Special Investigations Unit in conjunction with the Travis County District Attorney's Office, as well as an administrative investigation that will be conducted by the APD Internal Affairs Unit with oversight from the Office of Police Oversight. Anyone with information about this incident is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 512-472-TIPS or to use the new Crime Stoppers app. The video materials you viewed today, along with this press conference, will be available on the department's social media platforms. This concludes today's critical incident video release process. Thank you for your attention and your attendance.
Chief, what needs to be done to prevent calls like this that are clearly mental health calls, suicide by cop calls, from ending like this? First, they're looking at the GRACE Act. They want your department to designate abortion as its lowest priority for criminal investigation.